I froze, her words striking like an icy wind to the chest. "Don't touch me, Kevin," she said, her voice low, even, and yet cold enough to drain every trace of warmth from a room. My hand, caught midair in a helpless attempt to offer comfort, lingered for a breath before dropping uselessly to my side. We fought before, of course we had, but this wasn't the same. There was no shouting, no slamming of doors, no melodramatic unraveling. Just one line, delivered with eerie calm, slicing clean to the frayed remnants of what we'd once called love. I searched her face, hoping for some flicker of contradiction, some sign she didn't truly mean it. But there was nothing. No anger, no pain, no lingering emotion, just a faraway vacancy in her eyes, the kind that settles in after someone is already detached. 6 years, 3 as partners, 3 as husband and wife. And now I was looking at a stranger wearing her face, wondering when the shift happened, when I'd stopped being someone she chose and started becoming someone she endured. Without speaking, I turned away, not to be dramatic, not to make a point. I just didn't have the energy anymore. My silence wasn't anger, it was resignation. I moved toward the door, and just as my fingers curled around the handle, I heard her voice again, quieter, fragile. "Kevin, wait." I hesitated, my back to her, every part of me aching from the weight of what this moment truly was. My heart was a drum against my ribs, but I couldn't bring myself to face her. "Please," she said, the word brittle with emotion. "Don't leave like this." But in truth, I had already left 1,000 times before. Every time she minimized my concerns. Every time she withdrew when I reached out. Every time her eyes were glued to her glowing screen, while I sat beside her, slowly fading into furniture. This wasn't a breakup. It was inevitable silence after years of slow unraveling. I opened the door and stepped into the hall. Cool air spilled in from the outside, brushing my skin like a whisper. I didn't cry. There were no tears left. Not for someone who'd stopped seeing me long before this night. Behind me, I heard her footsteps, the soft urgency of someone chasing what they only now realize they've lost. "Kevin, please, let's just talk," she pleaded. I didn't mean it, but I said nothing. My quiet was louder than anything I could have shouted. Her fingers found my arm, trembling as they grasped, a ghost of affection trying to pull me back. But it was far too late. Too late for the nights I lay awake while she turned away. Too late for all the ways she made me feel like a burden for needing love. Too late to heal the cracks she'd learned to ignore. She had begged for space, and now she had all of it. I descended the stairs slowly, deliberately, every step its own small goodbye. Her voice followed, no longer composed, but panicked, cracking at the edges. But I kept walking, down the steps, through the door, out into the rain. By the time my boots touched the soaked pavement, I knew I wouldn't go back. Not tonight. Maybe not ever. Love doesn't always end with fireworks or slammed doors. Sometimes it withers quietly, unnoticed, until one day it simply isn't there anymore. I stood beneath the streetlight, letting the rain seep through my shirt, chilling my skin. It felt fitting, like even the sky understood what had died between us. My phone buzzed in my pocket, her name on the screen. I stared at it, unmoving. Then the message came, "Please come back. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it." But apologies can't undo years of neglect. A single sentence won't mend the damage silence and absence have already carved out. Her words were a bandage over a scar that formed long ago. The wound wasn't fresh. It had just been reopened for the last time. I walked to my car and slid into the driver's seat, the leather cold against my back. I didn't turn the key right away. I just sat there, staring at the dashboard, letting the silence settle again. My mind wandered. First dates, soft laughter in the kitchen, the way she used to smile when she saw me. But those images were echoes now, barely reaching me. I was done chasing what no longer existed. When I finally drove off, I didn't know where I was going. I didn't care. The destination didn't matter. What mattered was the movement, the escape, the silence, the peace of finally letting go. Some love stories end in chaos. Ours died quietly, in the spaces where we stopped trying. And though she was only beginning to see the cost of what she let wither, I had already begun healing from it. The tragedy wasn't that I left. It was that I'd been leaving bit by bit long before she ever noticed.